a humble beginning. In the small village of Senga, Kina and her husband Juma lived modestly. Juma was a struggling farmer, while Kina, a resourceful and hardworking woman, took odd jobs to support their household. She sold handmade baskets, fetched water for wealthier families, and even worked on farms during the harvest season. Despite their poverty, Kina was optimistic. She believed in her husband's potential and often encouraged him to keep striving. Whenever Juma felt defeated, Kina would say, "As long as we have each other and faith, we can overcome anything." One day, Kina overheard a visiting trader mention a booming business in cocoa farming. Inspired, she suggested that Juma switch from maize to cocoa. She used her small savings to buy seeds and even borrowed money from her relatives to start the project. While Juma worked on the farm, Kina tirelessly marketed their cocoa. Her charm and strong relationships helped them land lucrative buyers. Over the years, their efforts paid off, and the farm became a massive success. With newfound wealth, the couple moved into a large house, and Juma began mingling with influential people in the city. As their fortune grew, Juma started changing. He became arrogant and dismissive of Kina's contributions. Soon, he fell for a younger, glamorous woman named Ayo, whom he met at a business conference. Despite Kina's protests, Juma left her, taking the majority of their wealth to start a new life with Ayo. Heartbroken, Kina returned to her family's home with nothing but her dignity. Kina's rise Kina, determined to rebuild her life, started a small weaving business. Her reputation for hard work and her connection with former clients brought her success. Within a few years, her business grew into the largest textile enterprise in the region. Every project she touched flourished. People in the village began to say, "Kina carries a unique favor from the gods." Meanwhile, Juma's life took a downward spiral. Ayo squandered their money on luxury, and without Kina's resourcefulness, Juma's business collapsed. His once thriving cocoa farm faced neglect, and buyers stopped coming. Desperate and destitute, Juma returned to the village, only to see Kina living in wealth and happiness. A lesson in gratitude. Juma approached Kina, apologizing for his mistakes. He begged for forgiveness and asked for her help. Kina, though still hurt, said, "You abandoned me when you thought you didn't need me. But I've learned that my worth is not tied to your choices." Kina chose not to take him back, but provided him with small financial aid to restart his life. Kina became a symbol of resilience and independence in the village. Her story inspired women to value themselves and their contributions. As for Juma, he lived humbly, often reflecting on how he had lost everything because he failed to recognize the true source of his blessings. Kina stands at her thriving textile factory, surrounded by workers and her community, proving that resilience and self-respect can turn even the darkest moments into triumphs.